Has anyone ever told you the real truth about life after 80? Not the birthday milestones or slower mornings, but the quiet, deeper shifts that sneak in as the years go by. Crossing into your 80s brings profound change. Wisdom and grief, deep presence and sudden distance, peace, and sometimes piercing loneliness. If you're not prepared for these changes, they can leave you feeling blindsided, wondering, why didn't anyone tell me? In this video, we're exploring 5 raw, often unspoken realities of life after 80. Not to scare or sadden you, but to give you clarity. Because when you see what's coming, you can meet it with strength, not surprise. Stay with us until the end, because what may seem heavy at first can unlock something powerful. Resilience, acceptance, and a chance to shape these years with the dignity that only you define. Reality. 1. The social circle quietly disappears. One of the first shocks of life after 80 isn't physical, it's relational. Friends begin to pass away. Neighbors move. Family visits become shorter and less frequent. People still love you, but life pulls them in different directions. Suddenly, the phone rings less. The once busy calendar starts to open. The silence settles in slowly, and before you realize it, you're waking up in a quieter world. I knew a man named Walter, 84, who went to the same coffee shop every morning. He used to sit at the corner booth with friends, no texts needed, just routine. One day, he looked up and realized no one else was coming anymore. That kind of loneliness doesn't always scream. Sometimes it just whispers. In the space after dinner, or a walk with no one to talk to. But here's the hope. You can build new circles, even if they're smaller. Connection doesn't arrive at your door like it used to. Now, you have to reach for it, and that takes courage. But if you've made it to 80, that courage already lives in you. Reality 2. The body doesn't bounce back. At 80, your body speaks clearly. Aches linger longer. A small fall can become a major setback. Even minor illnesses take a bigger toll. You may eat right, stay active, rest well, but recovery just isn't what it used to be. The truth? After 80, you don't bounce back. You adapt forward. Gloria, 81, once vibrant and independent, lost confidence after a simple gardening fall. What changed her life wasn't the injury. It was the recovery that never fully came. Still, there's power in this awareness. You learn to move with respect, not fear. You treat health like a sacred practice. And while the pace slows, the spirit strengthens. Reality 3. You start needing more help. One of the hardest shifts after 80 is asking for, and accepting, help. It begins subtly. You avoid high shelves. You grip railings tighter. Rainy day driving starts to feel risky. And even if your mind says, "I've got this," your body may say otherwise. This isn't just physical. It's emotional. For those who've spent a lifetime caring for others, needing care can feel like a loss of identity. Eugene, 85, once built a shed with his bare hands. He refused help, until a winter fall reminded him of his limits. It was his daughter's weekly visits and quiet cups of coffee that softened him. Eventually, he admitted, "It's nice not to carry it all alone." Asking for help isn't weakness. It's wisdom. It protects your independence, not takes it away. Support doesn't always look like people. It's grab bars, reminders, devices that make life easier and safer. And perhaps the bravest words you can say at this age are, "I could use a hand." Reality 4. The world starts to overlook you. One of the quietest heartbreaks of aging is the slow fading of your visibility. Cashiers glance past you. Doctors speak to your children, not to you. Servers assume you can't hear or decide for yourself. It's subtle, but constant, and it leaves a mark. Not because you need attention, but because you still want to be seen. Irene, 86, once gave museum tours, her memory sharp, her voice full of life. But visitors skipped her questions, assuming she was just part of the decor. She smiled, but you could feel the sadness in it. You are not furniture. You are not background. You are still here. Still learning. Still thinking. Still you. So what do? You speak. You show up. You share your stories. You take your seat at the table, even if no one invited you. Because presence isn't granted. It's claimed. Reality 5. Regret creeps in when purpose isn't redefined in your 80s. Life slows, and space opens up. With that space comes reflection. And sometimes, regret. Not always loud or dramatic. Often quiet. A memory. A missed opportunity. A what-if that lingers longer than expected. Stanley, 88, taught for 40 years. After retirement, he said, "No one needs me anymore." But that wasn't true. He just hadn't found a new way to be needed. Because purpose doesn't retire. It evolves. You may not build houses anymore, but you build hope through stories, smiles, presence. You may not solve big problems, but you solve loneliness with a call or a kind word. Redefining purpose isn't about productivity. It's about presence. You still matter. You still carry light. Final thoughts. Life after 80 is a remarkable chapter. It comes with challenges, yes, but also with clarity, with meaning, with choice. You can choose connection over isolation, help over pride, presence over invisibility, purpose over regret. You've come this far, not by accident, but by strength. This chapter isn't the end. It's the deep part of the story. The part where your voice, your patience, and your perspective become your greatest gifts. So let us know in the comments, which of these truths resonated most with you? If this message spoke to you, like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us continue to create content that informs, uplifts, and honors this powerful season of life. Thank you for watching, and remember, you are not alone. You are not done. You are still becoming, and that is a beautiful thing.